have it.
Ettin. Welcome back to Heroes and Whiskey. We are 3D printing our way through the D&D 5e Monster Manual, and today we are printing monster number 86, the Ettin. So I have to admit, I had never actually heard of an Ettin before this episode. If you needed a big brute, I would just default to a giant or a cyclops or an ogre. So let's see if I can learn something about a new monster, and let's go find us an Ettin. There are actually quite a few Ettins out in my mini factory. This Ettin Battlemaster from TPK Lab is pretty cool, just $10. Or this one from Accursed Forge, just $4. This one from STL Miniatures has a really unique style. Or there's this one from Lost Adventures. But I think the one I like best is this one from Mammoth Factory. It is $14, which is a bit much for a single figure, but I really like the style and level of detail, so let's get this in the printer. Of course, an Ettin is known for its two heads and split personalities, and the first thing that the manual says is it likes to avoid baths. But I really like the idea that in battle, the two heads focus on defeating their enemy, which gives them advantages both on the attack and in defense. And here's an encounter description for you.
Stumbling out of the darkness is a fearsome two-headed giant, each head possessing its own distinct personality and thoughts, clad in crudely fashioned armor and wielding massive clubs. In the shadowed forests, where ancient trees whisper secrets of the old world, it lumbers with a clumsy yet terrifying gait, its two heads bickering and snarling in a cacophony of discord. The heads, like mismatched sentinels, scan their surroundings with a primal cunning, alert to any intruder or opportunity for mayhem. Upon noticing your party, the Ettin's twin heads roar in unison, a dreadful sound that echoes through the woods as it raises its colossal weapons, preparing to strike with brute force and chaotic fury.
Mismatched sentinels. What a great line. This guy looks great. There is an insane level of detail and variety of textures. You can see there are ropes strapping everything to his body and skull decorations everywhere. It just looks like someone said, okay, how would an ugly, unkempt, constantly at war with itself giant dress? And he would probably just rope a bunch of crap to himself, and that's what this guy has done. In terms of how he printed, there's really not much to say. It printed flawlessly. It does come in several pieces, but the joints are so tight that I didn't even need to glue in his arms to his body. Of course, I did glue him to his base, but overall, it is just a fantastic print for such a large figure. There is a ton of texture and detail in all of the nooks and crannies. As I said, it printed flawlessly. You can see there's like skulls and rope, and there's a couple of pieces of wood or something down here, maybe plates or something. Then there's a shield up here in his one arm. There's fur on his back. I mean, the hair and the fabric. It's just an incredible level of detail. So kudos to Mammoth Factory for this flawless and beautiful print. In terms of size, though, I do think he may be a little big. Most resources have adult Ettins at around 13 feet, and I think this guy is closer to 18 or 20 stood up straight. In terms of resources, we printed him alongside some other figures that we accounted for in the last episode, but he was $14, so we're sitting at $864 total dollars, and still a little over 38 and a half days of total print time. So if you need an Ettin for your campaign, there are some great choices, including this one from Mammoth Factory. Next up, we're going a little more dainty with a giggling fairy dragon.